Bonjour, it's Bran, and I love Hallmark Christmas in July movies.
Bonjour, it's Panda, and I like Christmas in July movies.
Bonjour, it's Dan, and I despise Christmas in July movies. And this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Well, bonjour, everybody. Hello. What's going on, everybody? It's Bran, Panda, Dan, as you heard. Very excited to be closing out. And by very excited, I'm actually crushed to be closing out Christmas in July this week.
Oh, this is the last week.
This is the last week.
Which is weird because isn't there technically another weekend in July?
No. Well,
August
there
1st
is
would be
another weekend in July. Correct.
Which is, you would think that there would be an extra.
Sure. There's just a throwaway movie. It's a throwaway movie. Next
A throwaway movie?
Yeah, it's a non-seasonal movie.
Yeah, Wales.
It's a non-seasonal movie. But do you know what happens in August?
I have a secret suspicion.
This is like, I do feel like Hallmark's giving you a tip of the hat on your way out.
On my way out, yes. I agree with
to
that.
move.
Hats off to Panda.
You're really, really, really bald. Here's a hat. Think of it.
Hell, he handed it to me. I'm going to roast myself.
Hat. I couldn't think of anything other than here's.
Gonna have a real good time.
I just find it oddly suspicious to on Panda's final month for them to switch to Falling for You, the earliest they've ever switched to fall. I
mean, we are firmly entrenched in the dog days of summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because last time they did the June, summer, and then they went back
to summer. That's exactly right. Now, this is what I'm concerned about. Can I tell you what I'm concerned about, Panda? Is Falling for You, I think, is the name of the August.
Yeah.
But what if it's not actually fall movies? Because it's not fall harvest.
It's not, autumn harvest,
right? It's falling for you, falling in love, whatever it is.
Maybe slightly.
What if it's not actually fall at all?
What if they're just segueing out of this? Like,
you keep bringing this up, Dan. No one's on board with this but you.
Calm down.
You're Mr. I don't like seasons.
No, do you think they're slowly?
I don't like seasons.
They're slowly segueing. I love seasons. I don't like seasonal movies.
Not last I heard. Right.
Yeah.
You don't like seasonal movies.
Seasonal movies, no, but seasons of weather, great. Want to be clear.
They go hand in hand. That's like saying that's like saying I like Darth Vader, but not
the summertime. The only
other
movies
ones.
you see. What? What? What?
Good, buddy.
It's like saying I like Darth Vader.
You like Darth Vader, but not other ones. I don't know.
You know that illustration makes perfect sense.
So here's my only concern about the fall movies.
You only have one.
Only one.
Okay.
Is when I saw it, I have not heard any scuttlebutt about who they got for these fall movies. It seems like they might be just grabbing a bunch of kind of no-name things and throwing them together.
Well, Paul Campbell's in one.
Paul Campbell's in one.
In August.
Is he really?
And Rachel?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
He is.
Well, we're going to do a...
You said a bunch of what?
It was not.
I just want to make sure you articulate.
I missed that Paul Campbell, who is legendary.
You said a bunch of nobodies.
No, I just missed. I said a bunch of.
You said a bunch of nobodies.
Together. I did not, in that sense.
Nobodies, as in
people that I have not necessarily heard of. No, I would never.
Okay, so you're telling me they're kicking off Falling in Love, Panda, with the Pena Vegas, directed by Ron Oliver. Just a bunch of nobodies.
Well, I didn't know. I missed. I didn't hear. I hadn't heard anything.
The Pena Vegas, Ron Oliver, Paul Campbell, Rachel Boston, nobodies.
So let me be abundantly clear that what I meant when I said that was I hadn't heard of any of the fall movies that were coming out, and that just concerned me because normally there's some hype going up, and
you hadn't seen any press releases.
There hasn't been a press release. Yeah. Hype.
Bunch of nobodies.
Bunch of nobodies.
Put that quote up and just dash Panda.
Now, I do want to, really quick, as we're talking about August real quick before we dive into...
Tell me I'm not going to say that at Bramblefest.
Speaking of Bramblefest, tickets are still on sale, deckthehallmark.com/fest. If you want a virtual ticket to watch everything that's going to be transpiring on August 19th and 20th, you can do that, or you can come down to Greenville. Come on down. Come on. Speaking of August, really quickly, we have the Falling in Love movies.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's fall. Don't know if they're just romance, whatever. Because, like, titles.
Just say fall in the title.
I'm telling you.
Falling in Love is the name of the month of movies, but Game Set Love, that could be
tennis.
That could be
is that tennis.
Could be
when
football.
I think fall, I think tennis.
That's right, tennis.
Could be football.
Could be football.
Could be
Game
chess.
Set Love is not football.
Okay.
Wait,
no one's like, and the
when's the
Tigers
name
score
of the
another
fall
touchdown.
season that they're calling on
August. I'm not saying that they're fall movies.
If it's
No,
just
what's
August,
the name of the? What are they calling
Fall into Love.
Ooh.
Does sound very autumn.
But if it's just the August movies, and the first one's Game Set
No,
Love.
that's not the first one. That's the last one. First one is Love in the Limelight.
Yes, it is. Look,
That's an autumn. Those are autumn
They're
movies.
all
Yes.
autumn movies.
Yes.
Look, I got on their website. They're
Love into Limelight.
What the?
Romance
Love in the Limelight.
Okay. Romance and Style, Dating the Delaney's, and Game Set Love.
I will
Could be
say those
anything.
names are not, but it is very much a fall vibe that they're put. Look, there's pumpkins everywhere on their website. It's a pumpkin palooza,
Pumpkin Palooza song.
which makes you wonder what September's going to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're going to do their Christmas movies.
Starting earlier,
But
1 million new Christmas.
That's my biggest question
90.
is
Give me 90.
Fall into Love. That branding is clearly fall, autumn.
Fall. It's an autumn batch. It's autumn.
But like,
boys.
was it last year's movies? What was last year's movies? Last year's
Fall Harvest, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Fall Harvest, yes. And Fall Harvest started September 11th.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Never forget.
We're going to do a preview episode and a ranking episode, so we can.
We
parse
are.
all
We
that
got
out.
a lot to. If people think that Panda's gonna just scurry his way out, he's not. We're getting one more preview episode with Panda, and we're going to be ranking the movies so far. Panda's last ranking episode is really great. But really quick before we dive in, talking about August, we've talked a little bit about the fact that Jax is going to be coming in, pitch hitting permanently for, and by that I mean replacing Panda
You just
for
want a mulligan there, buddy.
for When Calls the Heart.
Jack said pitch hitting.
What
instead
is
of
it?
Pinch hitting.
I always say pitch hitting.
No, that's not right.
Why is it pinch?
Because you're
Pinch.
coming in a pinch.
You're coming in a pinch. Good
No,
Lord,
pitch.
man.
Pitch. You're coming in to hit the pitch.
Everyone's a pitch hitter then.
Well, yeah, in a sense. Yeah.
Boy, he does have you there.
Right? Am I right?
You're not
You've
wrong,
never thought
Brandon.
about it in that
You're not
sense.
wrong, Brand.
So Jax is doing that, but we haven't really talked about that much here on the show about the Hallmark movies. And our good friend Brian Harold is going to be coming in to
Pitch
hit.
That's right.
For Panda when it comes to Hallmark movies. And so during
he's the
August,
third chair?
He's the third chair. As of right now, we
there's
haven't
still a lot.
Yeah. But in August, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries is airing a movie every Sunday in August. No season attached. And Brian's going to be coming in for those ones. We don't usually do the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, but we got to give that guy some
Fastballs,
from
if you know what I mean.
fastballs. Some fastballs just to get his feet wet.
He's going to be a pitch hitter.
He's going to be a pitch hitter, so we have to see if
Gotta
he
hit
can
those pitches.
hit the balls. So that's going to be happening in August as well. So we got a lot planned in August, while also taking a little bit of breathers to get ready for Bramble Fest. So there's still stuff coming out.
What about this Christmas in July movie?
You guys
Brand?
ready? Christmas
do it. Toyland.
in Toyland. Originally aired on July 23rd, 2022, and it went a little something like this. The movie kicks off with Charlie that she's just sketching some toys in a sketchbook. She gets a text that Gertrude is calling an emergency meeting. That's such a Gertrude thing to do, am I right, boys? So she rushes off to the office of Big Teddy Toy Company. Charlie is the lead data analyst, and the boss says, "We're in unprecedented times."
Precedented.
What?
You said precedented.
Listen, if we do this for every single word
That's true.
mispronounce tonight, it will never be just
Unprecedented.
Can't do it.
Like there has never been a president that's had to deal with this.
tonight. He's not wrong
Unprecedented.
again, Dan.
Thank-
Yeah, that's true.
Fire
Yeah.
tonight.
Pitch hitter.
Words, I don't know if you know this, Dan, but words matter. So Charlie pulls up a chart showing the decline in sales across the company. But one guy pitches moving exclusively to online, getting rid of the brick and the mortar.
Most of them. So they didn't try just getting rid of the mortar?
No. That would have been my first. Have we considered Charlie says online sales are trending upward.
Whoa.
But she thinks that closing all stores is a bad idea because buying toys is a hands-on experience. Again, not what the numbers show, but that's neither here nor there. Charlie pulls up the one specific store that is trending upwards. And she says, maybe I should meet with that manager of the store and see what they're doing that is working, and then we can take that to the other stores. The boss says, great, Charlie, go do that. Report back. So she goes to the store to meet Grant, who thinks that she's just seasonal help, but quickly realizes his mistake. He's like, this is our busiest time of year. I can't really do this right now. But she's like, you won't even know that I'm here. He takes her to the office and so that she can look at numbers. It's a mess, stacked high with boxes. He doesn't do anything on computers, so all papers all the time. She's all about the numbers and he's all about the people. That's what you need to know about these two. He's like, I'll help talk through the numbers if you do some customer service with me. Get your feet wet with the people. So she watches him absolutely crush it with some kids, giving discount codes on things that aren't on sale. That's how you save business. And he holds these events that bring in a bunch of people, and she realizes that the key to survival is events. Boys, come on. You've never run a store, a brick or a mortar. So she goes to tell corporate the big news about events and finds out that they're already going to shut down the entire West Coast. What are you doing here? So she decides to try to make Grant's store a flagship store.
Oh, boy.
So this is going to be their bread and butter store. Grant and Charlie start hanging out more. He finds out that she sketches toy ideas, but she doesn't want to show anyone. But she finally shows him, and he loves these sketches, as we all do.
Yeah.
So she does a presentation for the board about this store, why she thinks it would be a good flagship store. They're not sold on this idea, so she lies and says that they're having a party tonight at the store. They should all come check it out. So her and Grant get to work with the team to throw a BA party at the store, behind a bonus apparatus party.
Cool. Bonus apparatus party. Nailed it.
Thank you. So, no presidents dealt with this. So
Actually, just booked bonus apparatus party at Fitzy's. It's a big get for me.
Not bad, buddy.
Yep.
So they're the CEO. Everybody comes to the party. They're all like, "Man, this party is awesome." This CEO tells her that she's very impressed, and they are going to go with this flagship store idea in Vegas.
Vegas.
Let's get swirly. Charlie is happy about them taking her idea, but sad about Grant's store. She tells Grant the news, and but hopes that she can get a severance to reopen his grandpa's toy store. And he's like, "You want me to follow my dreams, but you don't even want to follow your dreams with your toy sketches?" She's like, "I'm not you. I can't just do things," and storms off. The next day, he tells his workers, and they're all sad. But he's like, "Don't worry, I got you, baby." Charlie is sad, too, and decides to go for it with toy making.
Yes.
Her boss offers her a promotion, and she's like, "Hard pass. I'm a whittler now." She goes to find Grant and tells her that he's opening up his new store, following his dreams, and she says, "Good news, I'm following mine as well." And they follow their dreams into kissing each other, and that, my friends, was Christmas in Toyland.
We did it.
Yeah! Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back here on Deck the Hallmark. Hello, everybody.
Oh, well, hello there.
Hello there.
I'm excited.
We're back, everybody. We're talking about Christmas in Toyland, as you can tell. And by that, coming back, voice part bit.
You have used more words to say less than you've ever said this episode.
It's unprecedented times.
It is. You're right.
We're going to start with a hot take. I'm going to start with my good friend Panda, who I just heard from the University of Delaware. They're considering putting up a monument of your head in their hot take department.
Just his head.
It's a bust.
Yeah, it's a bust.
So it all comes down to this, they say.
Did you think it was bus?
I thought it was either bust, or bust.
It's a bus. You're looking at me like I'm going to give you
I hope that...
Go ahead. Go for tea. Go for tea.
I hope that there would be just a stop right there or keep going, like some sort of type of situation. It all comes down to this, though, says Tammy Lamiga, who runs the hot take thing at University of Delaware. Doctor of Hot Takes. Yeah. So, Panda, know that Tammy's listening and know that today is the day that the Lord has made. Give a hot take and be glad in him. Let's do this thing, baby.
Yeah, guys, I like this movie. I don't know what to tell you. Is it dumb? Yes. Does the business aspect of this movie make this movie less good? Yes, in every single way. Whenever they talk business, you will get dumber. That said, I still liked it. I think Jesse Hutch does a great job in this movie. He needs to be landing more male lead roles. Just simple as that. He's charming. I thought him and
Vanessa Lenges.
Yeah, Vanessa had great chemistry. I really enjoyed them together. I thought she played the angle of an uptight kind of data analyst really well, and who slowly comes out of her shell. I like that. I thought the toy store was charming and a lot of fun. I thought his interaction with the kids really cute. And so, yes, this movie's really stupid in so many ways, but it's also the kind of thing I'm looking for when I'm watching a Hallmark movie. I didn't find it boring. I enjoyed it. This is...
Keep going.
Maybe, I think I'm going to say it. It's my favorite of the of this new batch of Christmas movies.
Wow, you liked it more than the Christmas in July camp.
I did. I liked it. Let me be clear on this. Let me be clear.
Keep going.
I don't think it's necessarily as good as that movie from
But
an
you
acting
enjoyed
perspective.
it more.
But I enjoyed it more.
I'll be back.
All right, Tammy Lamiga.
Tammy, am I going to get it?
I'll be back.
Dr.
Okay.
Lamiga says it's a wait and see.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So first things first.
I'm the realist.
I'm the realist, and so is this movie. I really did enjoy this one a lot. I don't think I liked it as much as Camp. Camp Christmas is going to always hold a special place in my heart as a lover of camp, a lover of Christmas, and a something that I want in my life. And so I think that one's my favorite, but I think this one is a close second. I really, really enjoy this, and I agree with everything that Panda said. My guy Hutch was fantastic in this movie. What a smile.
Oh, my God.
Gosh, when he would smile, I'd feel a little fluttering in my tummy.
Yeah.
So real good, really, really wonderful. And I agree. I'd like to see more of the Hutch in action. I thought Vanessa was wonderful. And you know what? I like this bit of trying, like not the CEO, but a corporate person going in, but with not the desire to close this thing down. She's trying to save it with him. And I thought that was a really nice change of pace of corporate trying to shut things down and then feeling something for the person. Well, and like from the get-go, she's like, these stores matter. She's going in trying to save things right away. And I really like that approach. It made like that you didn't have that, like, obviously he doesn't like corporates to begin with, and so like it took a little bit, but you didn't have that like him trying to prove anything. Like she's on his
Candace Cameron Bure, it's the same movie, but Candace Cameron goes in to shut it down, and then she's won over by him, whereas Vanessa Lenges' character is there.
She's there to she's pro store, pro brick and pro mortar. So I like that a lot. I thought it was a really nice little on that. Overall, really, really enjoyed it. Dan?
So this movie's colossally dumb, like stupid dumb. Like basically the premise is that this giant corporation is gonna do the thing that's most profitable, but one member of the brass wants to basically save what amounts to be Toys R Us because Christmas is basically the premise of the film, which is real bad. And it makes it really hard to pull for anyone in this movie. And whenever they talk business, it is really stupid. And the thing is they talk business a lot. So there's a lot of stupid in this movie. However, the one hurdle this movie does clear is the chemistry hurdle. You do care about these two leads, and it's because I said this to you earlier today. Exactly what you just said, Panda. I don't know how Jesse Hutch doesn't get more of these movies.
I have no clue.
I mean, he was a nothing burger in Chateau Christmas,
nothing.
And I talked to him at Christmas Con, and he said that was a last minute. Director needed somebody who was a friend of his, called him, and the next day his whole family came out and they shot it for a few days. But this is his first lead that we've seen in years and years. And the dude is very charming and likable. I like Vanessa Lynch's. I thought those two together had the necessary chemistry. It's a shame that they're stuck in this absolute puzzle box of stupidity. This movie is just a mess, but those two have chemistry and you do care about them being together. They do clear that hurdle. The rest of this movie can absolutely kick rocks. Those two, though, brought it, and there's no reason that he needed to, but he just did. And so for that reason, it's tough because Campfire Christmas is a better movie than this movie, but I cared about these two leads more than I cared about anybody in Campfire Christmas. Yep. So there's that.
There it's time for all the feels. Panda?
Man, there's a few good ones. I thought the stuff about him.
You're getting a bus.
Yeah! What about a bust?
No.
Just a bus.
You're getting your picture on a bus that goes around campus and picks up people at drop.
That's better, man.
I want that. I'd rather have that.
For 20 days. And then it gets painted over.
Really?
Yeah. Well, but you get 20 days.
I'll take what I can get.
All right.
Thank you. 20 days, man. That's a lot better than I thought I was going to.
God bless.
Thank you. God bless, Tammy.
This was Tracy. Tammy, let me know.
I was about to say, that's clearly not Tammy.
Well,
Sheesh.
right.
Have some respect. Did that cut it down at all, Trace?
I don't have any sway.
Okay, but I thought maybe Tammy, after hearing that, had told.
She stopped listening.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's good.
It's down to 19.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Thought it might be.
So I think the stuff with him trying to live up to his dad's legacy really works. I also think the reveals, everyone gets used to the dress reveals where the girl turns around and the guy goes, wow. This worked again for me where she turns around and he goes, wow, you're beautiful, man. He just sells that scene really well. I thought that was really charming. And then honestly, the toy store, I miss Toys R Us. It made me miss the brick and mortar stores of my childhood. I'm going to get into one of the things in my Wait What that they say that's really stupid, but there's another side to things where I do miss the brick and mortar stores. I do miss being able to go to a toy store that my daughter does not have that same experience.
We have one in downtown Greenville.
Yeah, there's so many toy
it's
stores in
not
Greenville.
a big store where it's like
you
it
want
feels
a
like
big one.
miles.
Oh,
where
okay.
it feels like miles long.
I see
There's
what you're
an awe-inspiring moment where you realize I have aisle upon aisle. She's been to toy stores before, but like a mega box store where you can give your money to nameless, faceless conglomerates. There's something I want about that.
Well, I got good news, buddy. If you listen to Christmas morning, we're doing a daily show this week to celebrate
Toys
Christmas
R
in
Us
July. And if you listen, you might hear a little something about Toys R Us.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
That's great news for someone who really wants to go back there.
I really, gosh.
Now the good news is Toys R Us is coming back. The bad news is it's inside of Macy's. So
Yeah, I saw that. But hey, that way I get to support Macy's and Toys R Us at the same time.
Give your money to as many big boys as possible.
Gosh.
Yeah.
But are the big
really
boys
hate when
really
the mom
big
and
boys
pop-
anymore?
Yeah, the mom and pops come elbowing in. How dare they?
Well, Holly Pops down on Five Forks. They're
Down on Five Forks, yeah.
Over in Five Forks. Awesome little toy shop. Amazing, absolutely great. But it's real unfortunate that they're squeezing in on Toys R Us.
Yeah.
How
I
dare
feel
they
that, buddy.
Try to corner that market.
Stop.
One of the things that's always made me feel weird about going to see Santa is that that they make all the kids sit on Santa's lap. I don't know where that began. I don't know why it did. So what I really appreciate about this movie is he's talking about what they used to do in the old toy store, and they see the Santa's throne. You guys remember this? And he explains this whole apparatus that they had made for this Santa's, where the kid wouldn't sit on Santa's lap. He would sit in they would sit in their own little chair, and that chair would raise up in some sort of mechanical thing that would go from ground, get you to eye level with Santa, and then you would tell Santa what you want. And I love that. I think that we should be rolling that out at malls across the country. I'm for that. I think it's a really good time. It makes it kind of like a little bit of a ride. You get to actually look at Santa. I think it's a pretty good idea. So when he was explaining that, I was like, that's a dope idea. And I think we should be taking that and actually doing something with it. Dan?
Yeah, it might be taking a wait what, but there's so many to go around. But I had sheer terror feels just thinking about the Conjuring movie spinoff that involves these toys that Jesse Hutch whittled for Vanessa Lenges. Those toys were terrifying. These little wooden toys that easily are possessed by some sort of spirit. Like, I mean, Annabelle's got nothing on these toys. They were terrifying, and I couldn't believe that that's what they used. That props had 2 weeks at least to come up with something, and they came up with that, and it was terrifying.
Have you ever tried to whittle, Dan? Have you ever tried to whittle?
Props didn't have to whittle, Bran. They just had to come up with something that looked better than that.
Well, and they went with whittle.
They went with whittle.
And whittle this, little whittle of that. You know what I mean? Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Untitled Hallmark. How has a whittle of this or whittle of that not been a double-decker of the week?
Because I did say hello to my whittle friend.
Oh, that's true.
Or
that's
little pen, whittle pen.
There's only
to my whittle friend.
And by
that would work too if you had a friend that whittled. And you know what?
Or a friend that was actually whittled.
Yeah.
It's like a take wherever you go.
It's a both and.
Yeah.
Guys, it's time for the Wait What's. It's part of the show we talk about what in this minutes go. Wait, what? Panda, anything?
Yeah, first of all, she starts off by saying, no, listen, people don't want to do stuff online. They really want to go and they feel the items in their hand.
Unless you're Panda over here.
Well, but I would like just to submit to the jury Exhibit A, which is Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually true, but
multi-billion dollar
I actually
company.
have seen that in-person shopping is up since COVID.
Yeah, I think people.
What I mean, no, up since before COVID. So the numbers obviously were down. COVID happened, and then since COVID,
because
numbers
people
have
want to get out of the house.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I think there's also
obviously they've got us some COVID.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
But pre-COVID, they went up since pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I just don't like the name Big Teddy.
Sure.
I think we all probably.
I just don't like the name Big Teddy.
I can't
sounds like
imagine they landed on that name for a company.
It's like Big Pharma, Big Teddy. Like
Big Teddy. It's that, but also Teddy's a piece of lingerie.
Right. I thought of that too. I didn't want to say it on this podcast, but I was just like, are we happy?
I mean,
with
it's
that
like,
name?
yeah, you could be in the pocket of Big Pharma or Big Teddy, but also like, hey, we got these toys, children's toys for kids. What should we call
the
it?
Venn diagram
How
of
about
Victoria's
Big Teddies?
Secret
Yeah.
and toy stores meets at Big Teddy.
The writers of this movie were like, how do we create a company's name that sounds dirty and also makes people hate it, but we want to save it? How about Big Teddy? It's genius, Daryl. Good Lord. And then they want to move it to Las Vegas on the strip. The Big Teddy flagship on the strip. How's that going?
That place is going to get freaking destroyed. All these drunk guys are going to be walking around, go Big Teddy. What's up with all the toys? Why are there only toys? What are the whittles?
Man.
That's great. The green glitter.
The what did you say?
Green glitter?
The green glitter. The green glitter?
The green glitter.
The green glitter.
There is no W anywhere near
The
it.
green glitter's little whittle.
Green glitter.
The widow green widow.
The green glitter.
Yes.
Green glitter. He can make his own green glitter, right? Like that is something
Sand,
that,
though. It's very, very, it's sand from the pier. He didn't even say that or some garbage like that.
I don't know. I wasn't really sure on that.
You just weren't sure? Like,
just
you
wasn't
bought
sure.
the rest of this movie, but the green...
Yeah,
I don't think those wishes are coming true.
I mean, he can make it whatever he wants, right? Listen, David is just out there undermining the CEO.
Yeah, on the regular.
And I am just at a loss on how this company operates. Like,
Well, David should be running the place.
Yeah, clearly.
you're not wrong. I think my all-time favorite scene, though, of any of the Christmas movies we've seen this year, is this. What's her name in it? Charlie. Yeah, that's it. Charlie comes up to the girl, this little girl who's making a snow globe.
There was
You
something
are
about
my father.
there was something about setting it up as much as you.
My favorite scene in this. What's
her name?
What's the girl's name?
What's her name?
You know,
What movie?
Charlie. Charlie. Charlie comes up to this little girl who's making a snow globe, and she goes, "Oh, man, good job. It looks just like snow." The girl has what appears to be orange Gatorade in the snow globe. And she just says, that does look like snow. And stop it. It does not look like snow.
you say it, it's
You're
true.
lying to the girl. The girl knows it doesn't look like snow. That girl's like 10 years old. Stop lying to the girl. It looks like you just poured Gatorade in a snow globe. Which, here for it.
Okay.
great.
If you bought me a snow globe full of Gatorade,
Would you say it looks like snow?
I would.
Yeah.
I would, because I
just
wouldn't
like
want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah, right. Right. Come on down to Big Teddy.
The biggest and best toys around.
I only got
Welcome to Big Teddy.
David's got all these great ideas for the flagship.
Do you think if we do
Kenny G's going to play the theme for us? It's going to be awesome.
What do you guys think of the marketing slogan just being fun?
Fun. Hear me out. You know what the kids love? A black light. If the store, if you walked in, it's a black light.
So I only got a couple, guys. I want to talk about
You
the
only
fact.
got a couple?
Yeah.
Man, what are we doing here, gang?
I had to cut some
These window displays are worthless.
Yes, yes.
And I can tell you why they're worthless. Because all of the windows are painted over, which then makes window displays worthless.
Yes.
Because you can't see them through
That's
the
how that
window.
works.
Accurate.
But also, what is with this? And maybe they do belong in Vegas, because what is with this place that just doesn't want sunlight? They're like, you know what kids hate when they're shopping for toys? Sunlight, natural light. Let's cover it all up with weird paintings on the windows. And this is the type, and this might be why they're having a tough time, but this might be one of those weird places where corporate is like, you know what, however you want to handle the numbers, that's fine. If you want to do accounting with no computers, that's fine. We're the type of corporate that's hands off when it comes to the numbers.
But they got the numbers still.
They still got the numbers, but I don't know. I'm finding it hard to believe that corporate would just be like, do what you want with the accounting software. Doesn't matter to us. Doesn't matter to us. You do you. You do you. No problem. Dano?
Yeah, I got a bunch, but maybe the bigger problem here is that no one is ever shopping in the toy store.
Well,
No one. I think 2 customers come through in the whole movie, and this is the best store that they have. I got a lot of questions about Big Teddy in general. I think it's a very poorly run company. First of all, they asked Vanessa Lenges to run the numbers for the last 3 years, and they're really, really bad. How have they just now gotten around to this? Have they just been sitting around and hemorrhaging money for 3 years going, gonna pick up? And then she shows a chart where it shows the numbers going down, but the graph shows that every quarter is worse than the previous quarter for 3 straight years.
Yep.
Guys, if you're a toy store and your Christmas season isn't better than the rest of if every quarter's gotten worse than the previous quarter, that means that Q4 was worse than Q3 or Q2 every year.
Yeah.
That's bankruptcy. That's not like different strategies. You're not going to make it up online or anywhere.
What if we tried our hand at Vegas?
My favorite is that she says to her best friend, I did the numbers for 3 years and they're terrible. And they're calling this meeting. I wonder what it's about. And her friend immediately goes, you think it's bonuses? No, you've been losing money for 3 years. It's not bonuses, Carol. You don't get a bonus if you've lost money for 3 straight years. How in the world is that possible? She shows up at Jesse Hutch's store, and it turns out their secret sauce, their secret ingredient, that they're bucking the trend of Big Teddy. Do you know what it is? They're having stuff. They're having events at the store. You know, like every retail store in the world that sells toys. How is this a secret? How are there no other Big Teddy stores that are like, we should do something for Christmas and have like Santa come in. We should do something for fall, maybe a trunk or treat or something. Like,
I think they got too comfortable on the Big Teddy name.
On the Big Teddy name.
And they just
They were
thought that
trying
was
to. They
gonna
were
be
trying
enough.
to survive on Big Teddy alone.
I clearly.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
No one can.
No.
Man cannot survive on Big Teddy alone.
That's what I've read.
Said it for years. She shows up for a 9 a.m. meeting with Jesse Hutch that he promptly just blows off. And then his sister comes in with his niece, and she's like, hey, do you mind taking my niece to school? What time does this school start? Well, it's 9:30 or 10 right now. She's just hanging out a week before Christmas. They're still in school, but it doesn't start till after 9. I don't know what kind of school that is. Vanessa Lange says, I majored in math and fine arts. Do either of those things scream extrovert to you? That's a sentence she says.
Give it
in this
to me
movie.
one more time.
I majored in math and fine arts. Do either of those things scream extrovert to you?
Depends on the fine art.
Yeah, it really depends on the person.
Yeah.
Plenty of extroverts like math and fine arts.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Nobody that sings or acts?
No.
Math, I can
Everyone's
see.
just like, God, I hate this. La, 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 la.
I hate when I'm the center of attention.
Oh, my
Is
goodness.
there a mic? Is it camera
Please
here?
don't make me be the lead
Don't
of this
make me
next
sing.
play.
That's right.
Guess I'm going to earn a degree in it.
I
singing a
majored.
song and I hate it.
I majored
I wish
in
you
math.
all would go home. I don't like that you are staring at me. I am an ex-introvert.
An ex-introvert.
I'm an introvert.
Nice lesson. That's one of the dumbest sentences I've heard in one of these movies.
Yeah, that is
I
pretty
majored
dumb.
in. Your major does not determine if you're an extrovert or introvert.
That's true.
That's ridiculous. You know, I will say this: Big Teddy closing
Science? Yeah,
Big,
well.
Big Teddy closing all their stores is the right move. Closing all their stores 5 days before Christmas is leaving millions of dollars on the
Yes,
table.
that is true.
Like Toys R Us would never be like on December 20th, we're shutting down today.
Yep.
They're going to let their last 5 days of their biggest season play out.
Unless they're all going down.
Clearly, every quarter's worse. We did better in June than we're doing in November. Black Friday wasn't a hit this year.
We lost money on Black Friday.
Monday, June 11th, we crushed it. Black Friday, couldn't sell a thing. That's how that works. I just want to also point out the CEO of this company, who David is running roughshod over, they meet. And Vanessa Lange's pitches, they're going to have a big Christmas party. It's 5 days before Christmas. Right. And the CEO says, without even blinking, that the entire board will be there. So I want to make sure you understand this if you're on the board of Big Teddy. You've been Christmasing hard all year.
Yep.
It's December 20th. The CEO of the company just signed you and your family up for a weeknight Christmas party in New Jersey.
And I got to be honest with you, you're saying it. There is an extra that when the extra hears this news, looks like he is going to murder Gertrude.
That's right.
The extra understood the assignment and sold
Yes.
it.
Can you imagine being on the board of something and having a meeting on whether or not to close the doors of every store? And on December 20th, you're like, we may close this giant corporation down. I've been going to so many Christmas parties. I got to get Christmas gifts for my kid. At least I don't have to go to New Jersey on a weeknight. What? You said what now? We have to do... Oh, really? Really? That's right now, tonight.
That's today?
Can you imagine going home to your significant other and be like, hey, babe, I got bad news. Get the kids together. We're going to Jersey on a Tuesday night for a Christmas party.
At a
brutal.
toy store that we're going to shut down.
It was brutal. That's all I got.
It's time for What the Hallmark Inspired Show. We wonder what could have been. Maybe having some clarity question that we still have. Panda, what are you still wondering about, buddy?
Is she commuting to this store?
Sure.
Yeah, it's Jersey City. It's not
Right, but here's where it gets confusing to me, right?
Yeah.
Because she is commuting constantly to this store. It is their store that is doing the best. They have stores across the entire West Coast, East Coast. How has this store not been the flagship store up till now? Does that make sense? Is there a store
in New York? How is it outperforming the Manhattan store?
Right, exactly. I think that's.
Yeah,
I just don't understand.
It's events.
I guess so. The only other question is, and maybe this is just my cold heart. She can't be happy with the toys that he carved for her as a prototype, right? Now listen, if your significant other brings you a gift and was like, "Hey, I saw that you designed something. I just made you a little something as something like that, here."
I mean,
I'd be like, "Oh, that's really sweet." But as an actual prototype,
there is
no one's happy with that.
Has
right?
any
The little girl who gets those toys and she's happy with them. She's not really in real life. No one's happy with getting
She's
that.
happy to get a Sally Claus or whatever the dumb thing is. But no child under 92 is happy with those. Like antiquers.
No one's happy.
People that live a Little House on the Prairie, maybe. Like no one is like going to the store and being like, I found these creepy AF wooden things. Someone painted them like they're the Joker from Batman. Yes, we did it.
I would have never. I'm telling you, even at the age of 5, if somebody hands me those, I would have been disappointed.
Here's the interesting thing, and I
Those
wonder if you
toys
guys
suck.
wonder if you guys are with me on this one. Whittled toys are never something that I like. They do make me typically feel weird. But whittling is also simultaneously something that I'm interested in doing, like with my time as I get old. Like I'd love to whittle some things.
My grandpa
I
used to
look at
whittle.
whittled toys and I'm like, I feel weird looking at this, but I do want to do it. It's a weird.
I think
position.
there's a difference between the work required to create the toy and then once you actually get the toy, this being
Just-
like, wow, this is an epic disappointment.
Just the confidence that Jesse Hutch has to wrap those things up and put a bow on them and hand them to somebody as a romantic gesture is beyond me.
It's confidence, man.
Yeah, that confidence is through the roof.
For a
It's not just a little
relatively
bit.
new date.
It's not just a
that is
little bit.
bold.
I see what you did there a little bit. Nicely
It's
done.
not a little bit of confidence. It's a lot of bit. I have one, guys. Was there already a big Teddy store in Vegas?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm with you, buddy.
So the way they're going to save the business is by opening up an entirely new store in Vegas. That costs money. To put money into creating a new store in Vegas.
The only thing that I could figure, because I had initially my wait, how does a flagship store save anything?
It does not.
But I think what they're doing is they're making it like this one emporium where you can find all the things that you would buy. It would be like if Amazon's not a great option, but like it would be like if this online company had one city where you could actually go and look at all the things that you could buy online.
Sure, I think there wasn't so they clearly have a lot of locations. They shut down the entire West Coast. Did they not have one store in a big city
Los
that they could have
Angeles?
already?
I just don't
Like,
understand
Vegas
the
is a
logic.
terrible-
to that.
It doesn't
choice.
make sense to me to close down all of your companies to then go to a place you've never had a store before to open up an entirely new store. So I do want to know if this business plan worked for them, because it's a very fascinating idea to go to a place that you've never had success before because you've never had a store and put all of your eggs in this Las Vegas Big Teddy basket.
Yeah, Big Teddy Basket. Saw them live.
Dan?
So my question is about the Tinker Toys shop, the Tinker Toys or whatever the name of that his grandpa's shop is because his grandpa passed away.
Yeah.
But everything in there is still very functional and working.
Yeah, it looks great.
And Jesse Hutch said he hasn't worked in there since he hasn't been open since he was 16 years old.
Yeah.
So in the last 20 years, how have they been keeping it up? Why have they been all the lights? Like someone's still paying the power bill for 20 years. The lights have stayed on, and someone's been organizing that place. Why and how and for what purpose?
I don't know.
That's a weird one to me.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
You never know when you might need to tinker something. You know what I mean? We did it, everybody. Congratulations. Christmas in July, new movies. What a blast. It's been to have 3 of them. Gosh, what a gift.
You're telling me.
What a gift. It's time for the Double Decker of the Week. As part of the show, we dive into the life of one of our double deckers. You can become one today at BramblesGenPlus.com. You can join the Facebook group and do all of that wonderful stuff. Plus, get a discount for BrambleFest. You can do that as well by joining Bramble Plus. But Panda also does a deep dive into their life. And who do we have today?
Rachel Smith. Rachel Smith.
Guys, first of all, top notch.
Sure.
Top shelf.
Sure.
Creative beyond belief.
Beyond belief.
Beyond
Wow.
belief. I sat there and I believed, and then took it one step further. I said, I can't believe anymore. This is beyond belief.
Yeah.
And Rachel is an artiste and a phenomenal director. She has made a brand new play just off Broadway. Just adjacent.
So not off, just off Broadway.
Just off Broadway.
Got it.
Just
Yeah.
off.
Just
really.
off.
It's
Yeah.
a little.
If you
really,
squint, it's still
Yeah,
on.
it's still
pretty
on.
much.
Yeah, pretty
at
much.
this point, and it's great. The plot. I'll just summarize it for you. There is just this person who's up on top of a building, and the entire time they're just making breakfast. The entire time, serving it to different people that come by, and it's a wonderful thing. There's music. It's beautiful.
What city?
It takes place in just a little shanty, a little village off to the side.
Sure.
So
What's it called?
it's called Griddler on the Roof.
Yeah. Griddler. Like someone who griddles?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not touching this one, bro. It's about all kinds of heritage. Shoot me first.
This is not Fiddler on the Roof, Dan. This is Griddler on the Roof.
Okay.
This is a totally different.
It's a totally different thing that's just 3 letters off.
Yeah.
Then hit that clip, Bran.
Pancakes. Pancakes. And some eggs.
It's good stuff. You're right. I don't know what I was afraid of.
I don't know why.
I don't know what I was afraid of. I don't know what I can't.
It's literally, and it's wonderful.
I'm in love with a griddler. The griddler on the roof. Oh, I'm in love with a guy who griddles. The griddler on the roof.
That's good too.
I don't know.
I'm here for this. Can't believe that's not on Broadway.
I like muffins and grits and turkey sausage.
What was the first word you said there? I like my what? Fins?
Muffins.
Oh, wow.
I
didn't hear
thought
that
you said
either.
I like my fins, but it was my fins.
Yeah,
I see.
muffins.
Very good.
Muffins.
It's
My
beautiful.
fins. That was beautiful. We're going to be back tomorrow with another one. Deck the Lifetime of Cork tomorrow, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then we'll be back on Thursday with the Win Calls the Heart here on Deck the Hallmark. Until then, a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This is the That Sounds Fun podcast. It's produced by Tracy Noah's name. It's recorded live in that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.